Frostallion is one of the level 50 field bosses that you will find in Palworld. If you do not know the exact location of this field boss, then you need to come at this point. It's in the ice biome. So if you want to just capture it, I have just one answer for you. Yes, you can capture it, but you also need to make some preparations before you deplete its health down to 1% or 2% of its max health. Once you have depleted the health down to 1% or the 2% of its max health, then you need to have the legendary Pal sphere, and you need to make multiple attempts before you can successfully capture this boss. Now the next thing you need to know is how to take his health down to 1% or 2% of it. So for that you need to come equipped with some of the best fire pals. If you ask me, I personally prefer Suzaku. This is also one of the end game or late game bosses, field bosses, and you can pretty much find a few of these roaming in the desert biome. It's actually on the right top side of the Palworld map. Once you have sorted your party, the number of pals or the type of pals you want to bring with you while fighting Frostallion, the next thing you would want to have is equipping the best weapons. I recommend you equip yourself with the best legendary assault rifle, legendary shotgun, and even the legendary handgun. If you do not have these three weapons, then you cannot just beat this boss easily. You will struggle a lot, and therefore you may or may not be able to capture this boss. Therefore I highly recommend you get these weapons. If you haven't still got him, I'll drop the links to these three weapons in the description box, so make sure you check those videos out. Now that you have sorted the best pals and the best weapons, the next thing is the strategy. The easy way to beat or reduce the health down to 1% of Frostallion is to maintain some distance between him and you. This is not a melee focused boss. Even so, you need to maintain the distance. So use your assault rifle to deal damage from a distance. Make sure you land the headshots like I'm doing right now. Once the boss aggroes at you and not your pal, you need to use the rocket launcher. This unlocks at level 50 of the technology tree. Shouldn't be hard to unlock once you reach or once you are capable of fighting the Frostallion. So this will come in real handy in tough situations. Besides that, you also need an incendiary or fire grenade. As you can see, this is ice based pal, and the Suzaku is a fire based pal, and you might be noticing a prompt on the left side just right now that Suzaku is effective against Frostallion, meaning that this boss basically takes more fire damage instead of any other elemental type. So the fire grenade is basically one of the good weapons or weapon types to deal the damage easily. Once you have taken down the health to 1%, like 200 or 100 HP, you need to make attempts in capturing the boss. And as I mentioned earlier, legendary Pal sphere is the only way to capture this boss. Otherwise, using spheres other than the legendary version may have little to no chance, so you will eventually end up killing Frostallion, as every time it escapes the capture timer or the capture sequence, it loses some health, and once it reaches to 0, you basically have wasted time in taking the boss down from full 100% health to 1 to 2%. So you need to make sure you are well equipped with legendary Pal spheres and make attempts once the health is down to 1%, and that is basically how you capture Frostallion boss in Palworld. If you find this video helpful, then please like, share and subscribe. It will help me in making more content and keep you guys posted.